So you made it in on the inside. All right, that's great. My name's Michael Kane. I'm going to be showing you 12 steps of on-page SEO. As soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to be taking you through the authority blog platform that I use. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I get thousands of backlinks to my blog posts within just a matter of a few hours. But first, in this video, part 1, I'm just going to be taking you through 12 steps of on-page SEO. This won't take long. It's very easy to do, and these are the same 12 steps that I take to ensure that my blog posts have the highest possible ranking factors when Google comes to take a look at it to determine if it's relevant for the search. So sit tight and relax. You might want to take some notes. Go ahead and enjoy the rest of this video. Okay, so first things first, before you start writing your blog, you got to have a topic. And then you got to select your keyword for that topic. Now to do that, you can go over to the Google keyword tool and type in keyword tool, and it's the very top search result. Come on over to the Google keyword tool and enter in your keywords that you started writing down when you were brainstorming. So in my case, I will write down what to blog about and click on search. And it shows me a whole list of other similar keywords that I could potentially use, right? Then I can sort over here by global monthly searches. Then I can go over here and select phrase match to narrow it down a little bit because broad match is too broad. You want to use exact match or phrase match. I'm going to use phrase match, and I can see that the keyword what to blog about gets 2,400 monthly searches. That's a pretty decent keyword. And then I can go down here and see what other keywords that I could potentially use if I wanted to, that is related to the subject that I want to write about. But I already went through most of these, and I already figured out that what to blog about is the keyword that I want to use because I know that I could target it pretty well and be able to come up on the first page, because 2,400 I know is not going to be that competitive. And with the authority blog platform that I'm using and with the backlink strategy that I use, I know for sure that I could come up on the first page of Google. So that's my keyword. Going back over to the blog post here, you want to make sure that your keyword is up here in the title. You can have words before and you can have words after, but you just got to make sure that the keyword is in the title. And whatever you put in this title is also going to be in the permalink. The permalink is your website address, the actual ending part of it. So you got the domain name, and then you got the username /blog/ the keyword. It's good to have the keyword inside the website address because Google takes note of that and is able to rank a little bit better your blog post when it sees that the keyword is inside the web address. Next thing you do after that is you come over here to the SEO keyword tool and you type in your keyword here. Now on to the body of the blog post. We start out with a head tag at the very top. And my keyword is also included in this head tag. It's called a heading 1 tag, or in other words, H1. Okay, so you just select whatever you want to say up at the top and then highlight it, select heading 1, and as you can see, my keyword what to blog about is part of the entire phrase within my heading 1. You want to do the same thing towards the middle of your blog post with a heading 2. So I've got another phrase here that I wrote with my keyword inside of it, and I highlighted the entire phrase and selected heading 2. Then on downward a little more towards the ending of my blog post, I have one more heading, and that is a heading 3. And as you can see, my keyword is also inside of this heading. So you highlight the entire phrase and select heading 3. Now, the reason why you want these heading tags inside of your body is because Google pays special attention to H1, H2, and H3 tags. If your keyword is in an H1, H2, or H3 tag, Google says this is relevant. Let's talk just a little bit about relevant and what that word actually means. TheFreeDictionary.com states that the word relevant means having direct bearing on the matter at hand, pertinent. It also says having practical value or applicability. In relation to Google, relevance just simply means giving the end user exactly what he's looking for. So when you're writing your blog posts, you gotta make sure that you're giving good, pertinent, relevant information that the end user is going to be satisfied with. The more relevant you make your blog post, the more Google is going to like your blog posts and rank them very well in the search results. Okay, another thing that I do when I write a blog post is I insert an image towards the top, and I usually always put it towards the right-hand side of the paragraph. That's just my preference. I mean, you could put it towards the left side. So basically what I do when I insert an image is after I insert it, I click on Edit Image to see what it has as the alternative text. Another way of saying alternative text is alt tag. Google recognizes alt tags inside of images. So you want to make sure that you put your keyword inside of the alt tag. I have mine here. I also include it in the title of the image. And then I click Update. Another thing that I do inside of my body post is I make sure that my keyword is bolded. I also make sure that it is italicized. And I also make sure that it is underlined. And the way to do that is you highlight your keyword, click on B, that bolds it. Then you go and find the keyword again in your post, highlight it, click on I, that italicizes it. Then you go further down until you find your keyword again. Mine is here towards the bottom. I highlight it and click on U, that will underline it. Now the reason why you want to do these things is because Google looks at keywords that are bolded, italicized, and underlined. When you bold, italicize, and underline your keyword inside of your blog post, what you're actually doing is suggesting that your blog post is relevant to these keywords that you are bolding, italicizing, and underlining. Therefore, Google says your blog post must be relevant to these keywords that you are trying to highlight on your blog post. After I'm finishing bolding, italicizing, and underlining my keywords, I head over to the SEO keyword tool over here on the right, and I go down each one and make sure that each one has a green check mark. If it doesn't have a green check mark, then I read what it tells me to do, and I go back into my body of my blog post and I do what it says. In this case, I already finished writing this blog post, so as you can see, I've got most of them with green check marks. But I'm just going to go through them real quick so I can show you what they suggest that I do inside of the body of my blog post. And this is the SEO keyword tool. This plugin for WordPress actually costs about $99, I believe, and I can give you the link below so you can go check it out. But it actually comes already integrated with the authority blogging platform that I use, so you wouldn't have to worry about purchasing it if you are going to be using the same authority blogging platform that I'm using here. So the top one, it says you have entered enough words. So basically this SEO keyword tool is going to tell you whether you need to continue writing or if what you have already written is enough words. Basically you want to make sure that your blog post has between 500 to 700 words. That's about average. So if you can keep it in that range, or above that, that's great. The next one down, it tells me that I have the keyword in the first sentence of my blog post. That's another relevancy that Google looks at, is the keyword inside of the very first sentence in the very first paragraph of your blog post. Third one down, you have the keyword in the last sentence. So as you're writing your blog post, you just want to make sure that when you get to the last paragraph that you naturally insert the keyword into the very last sentence. The next one down, it says you have an internal link to your other pages. So let's go into my blog post here and see where I included the link to my other pages. Right here. Inside of this video transcript, I read through it and saw that I mentioned the word beer, and I have another blog post that I wrote about a month ago regarding the beer Carta Blanca. So I highlighted this word and I went up here to the insert edit link, and what I did was I selected this blog post that I wrote before, and then I clicked on update, and what that did was it inserted the hyperlink into this keyword so that if somebody clicks on this, it will take them to my blog post that I wrote about Carta Blanca beer. Now the next one down is please add rel nofollow to your external links. Now basically what this is about is if you have links to other people's websites, not including your own, then you want to make sure you put in the rel nofollow tag. And what this is telling Google is not to follow those links. And this is regarding PageRank. Now this authority blogging platform that I'm using has a very high page rank, which is one of the key reasons why I'm able to rank on the first page of Google with the keywords that I'm optimizing for. So when you're putting rel nofollow into external links that are going outside of your website to other people's websites, this rel nofollow tag says to Google, do not give any page rank juice to these external links. It's keeping all of the page rank that the authority of your blog has right here on your own blog post. In other words, it's saying do not allow any of my page rank to be shared with these external sites. The next one down, it says your images have alt tags set to your keyword. The next one is the H1, then after that the H2, after that it's the H3. So these are the heading tags and they're all set to green. Now the next one down is you have your keyword bolded. The next one is you have your keyword italicized, and the next one is your keyword underlined. So these are the three final steps that you take for on-page SEO. And once you have done all the suggestions here, you click update, or if you're writing a new blog post, you're actually going to click save draft, and then it's going to show you your score and your keyword density. Now for score, you want to make sure that you keep it above 70%. The higher you get it, the better. And the keyword density, you want to keep it above 1%, but no higher than 2%. And just make sure that as many of these green check marks are here as possible. If you've got a red X, that's telling you you need to go back and double check and make sure that you follow the suggestion there. Down here it's telling me that I don't have my keyword underlined. If I scroll down, I can see right here that I do have my keyword underlined. So basically that's just a little glitch inside of this SEO keyword tool. It's not recognizing the style format of this underline. So after I'm fully satisfied with my score and my keyword density, and I've done all the green check marks as much as I could, I scroll down and make sure that my blog post is in the correct category. In this case, I put it into the category blogging. And if the categories are not here yet, then you would just click this link to add the new category, and then you would type it in and click add. So once it's in the correct category, I scroll down, I add all possible relevant keyword terms and phrases into the tags area, and I just type in one at a time and I click add. And in this case I've got like, I don't know, it looks like 15 to 20 tags. You can go ahead and use the Google keyword tool that I showed you earlier to come up with your tags. Just type in your keyword and it will give you a list of other alternative keywords. Just scroll through those keywords and just pick out the most relevant ones and include those as your tags. After I'm done with all the on-page SEO of my blog post, I make sure everything looks good and I click on update, or if it's a brand new blog post, I'm going to click on publish. And once it is published, I immediately go to a website called pingfarm.com. So now I'm on pingfarm.com, but I need to paste in the URL of my blog post. So I go back over to where I wrote my blog post. I can hover over the button that says View Post. I can right-click that button and select Copy Link Location. I go back over to PingFarm, and then I can paste that in. And then I can scroll down just a little bit. And here's all the ping services that's included inside PingFarm. There's several. And I go ahead and check mark these last two, and I click on Mass Ping. What this is going to do is notify all of the major search engines like Google that there has been a brand new blog post posted. And so what will happen is all these search engines are going to send their spiders out to this blog post and then index it. And by using this ping service, I've had my blog posts literally indexed within 5 minutes after writing the blog post. So that's all for now on this part 1 of the blogging tips and tricks. On the next video and part 2, I'm going to take you through the authority blogging platform that I use. But in the meantime, if you'd like to check out the SEO keyword tool that I was showing you earlier for your own WordPress self-hosted blog, go ahead and click here now.